Here to weigh in, president of Markowski Investments, Chris Markowski. He is also host of Watchdog on Wall Street. This is good news, Chris.
Oh, I think it's phenomenal news. I got up early this morning and I was really happy to see it. I was almost shocked to the degree where they said it was 90% effective. And the CEO from Pfizer was actually speaking today. No, he said it's much better than that.
Wow.
They were hoping at around 40 to 50% effective. So this is extraordinary. This is great news.
Now, there is a little bit of controversy because some say if you were doing so well, you could have given a lot of people who were going to polling places some hope by showing that there is a vaccine that looks like it's right on the cusp of being available. They say 50 million people by the end of the year, 1.3 billion doses next year. And I don't want to turn this political, but there's some people that say, you know, that might have made a difference for people.
Yeah, it might have. But Donald Trump did speak prior to the election, talked about how he knew that there was a vaccine right around the corner and he was expecting some great news. And he knew it wasn't going to come before the election. He mentioned it was right after. But yeah, news like that prior to the election, we don't know how it would have went. What I do know is I happen to live in the state of New York. And I know one person that's not happy with the vaccine, and that's the governor of the state of New York. For some reason, he thinks it's bad news.
Why?
He was doing an interview today with George Stephanopoulos, and he seemed to think that it'd be better if Biden was president right now because Trump is going to screw up handing this vaccine out, which is patently absurd. And he was making fun of the private sector, saying, oh, the private sector is not going to be able to handle that. Last time I checked, the private sector developed this drug.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, my daughter was 16 3 months ago. She still can't get a learner's permit. I don't want the DMV handing out vaccines anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, what everybody wants is for things to get back to normal. And the idea of a vaccine widespread distribution gets everybody back to normal. That's what everybody wants, the idea that he's against that. And again, being against private enterprise, I don't believe that Pfizer took any government money. I think they actually developed this on their own.
No, you're spot on. This was completely on their own. And you know, the part of Operation Warp Speed, and they didn't participate in that, but the actual distribution. The government is going to be using the National Guard and the military to help get this out. Many private concerns, transportation companies, UPS, FedEx, they've all been gearing up to be able to move the vaccine around, because obviously it has to have temperature controlled when you're moving this type of a vaccine. Truly the extraordinary thing, and I'm reading into it now, and it's really complicated stuff, is what Pfizer's developed right now is something that is going to be applicable. The type of technology that they use with this RNA technology, it's going to be used for other things as well. So it's not going to be just COVID. They really did something spectacular here.
Yeah, I think Moderna has a similar kind of approach. Now, it does require 2 doses, so I think that's something people are going to have the conscientiousness of going back twice. It's going to take a while. I think it has to be cold when it's distributed. I mean, very cold. So there are going to be complications. But yeah, I kind of like private enterprise coming up with this, and I trust them. Not that the government might not have a role, but like you, Chris, it's like that's what makes this country great, right? That innovation.
Absolutely. We should be applauding the private sector right now. And I'm not worried about it at all. We got to get it out to all of these people here that need it. People that are at risk, obviously, are going to probably be receiving this first. And just a very great day.
You know, the governor might want to send this to some of the senior living facilities as well. Okay.
It would be good.
Yeah.
We'll put them on a list.
Save some lives there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Chris Markowski.